Students, welcome back. We have studied about a form of public sector enterprise which is the departmental undertaking. Departmental undertaking is that public sector undertaking in which the government department work as a business for the government. For example, the railways. Railways work under the railway ministry and its earning are transferred to government's treasury and the funds are allocated out of the government's budget. Today we will discuss another form of public sector organization which are the statutory corporation or the public corporation. A statutory corporation or a public corporation is a body corporate formed by a special act of parliament. That means to form a body corporate or to form a statutory corporation, what they do, they simply pass a special act by either by the central government, like means that's in parliament, or by the state legislature, like in legislative assembly. So, an organization or a body corporate formed by act of parliament or by state or central legislature, that corporation is called a public corporation. It is fully financed by government, but its power, objective, and limitation are not defined by any ministry, but by the act of legislature. Like RBI Act is there, Reserve Bank of India Act is there, which formed RBI. अब RBI क्या करेगा, नहीं करेगा, क्या कर सकता है, क्या नहीं कर सकता है, that everything is mentioned in the RBI Act. That everything is given in the RBI Act. The present government that is working doesn't define the work of the RBI. RBI has to work independently on the basis of the power given to him by the Act itself. If the government wants to change certain things, that has to be passed through a proper parliamentary system, otherwise it cannot be changed. Indian Airlines, Air India, SBI, LIC, FCI, ONGC, these all are examples of public corporation. When we talk about the features, the first thing, it is created by an act of parliament or state or central legislature. The defines its power, objective, and limitation, what they can do, what they cannot do. It is totally under the control of central or state government, but it is a separate legal entity. While the departmental undertaking were not a separate entity, these public sector undertakings like public corporation are separate entity. That means they can take decision or they can enter into contract by their own name. It is managed by a board of directors who are usually nominated by the government. It has their own rules of recruitment and remuneration. They have their own rules in for recruitment, that means for selecting the employees, as well as for remuneration, that means for their paychecks. They don't follow the rules regulation of civil staff. If you are working under RBI, you will not get the salaries as per the SSC servants or the UPSC servants. The RBI itself defines what salary they will pay and what tests they have to conduct. They have comparatively autonomy when it comes to administrative matters. Their motive is to serve the general public. They are accountable to parliament or state legislature for their operation. They have to submit the annual report, what they have accomplished during the year and what were the problems. And they have to get the accounts audited by the C&AG, that is the Comptroller and Auditor General. जो हेड ऑडिटर होते हैं हमारे पूरे कंट्री के, उनसे इनको ऑडिट कराना होता है कि थ्रू आउट द ईयर इन्होंने क्या किया, अकाउंट्स इनके ट्रू एंड फेयर व्यू दे रहे हैं या नहीं दे रहे हैं. द बेनिफिट्स ऑफ अ पब्लिक कॉर्पोरेशन आर that they are more independent administratively. They can take quick decision doesn't have to go through a long channel of red tapeism. They can take quick decision. Their motive is to serve public because the objectives are already discussed in the act. These organizations are formed, these corporates are formed to serve the public only. They have comparatively efficient staff because they have their own rules and regulations. They can decide what kind of staff they want, so they can accordingly arrange the required skills and pay according to that. Professional management, because that board of directors consists of business expert and also the representative of various groups from like labor को represent करने के लिए government ने लोग रखे होंगे वहाँ पे, consumers को represent करने के लिए. The board of directors is just not for the benefit of the organization, but for every sector of society that is affected by that public corporation. But at the same time, it has certain disadvantages, like autonomy is on paper only. it looks like that they have more freedom, but when the ministry is interferes, then they have to give up their freedom. They have to take decision as the government says. So the autonomy is on paper only. Lack of initiative in most of the government department, this feature is very common, as the government servants get only their salary as their income. It is not like in private sector, like if you will put more efforts you will get more income. If a private sector uh, entrepreneur is running his business, he will get more income if he put more efforts. If he is working for 8 hours, he will get accordingly. If he is working for 16 hours, he knows that his efforts will count somewhere. But that kind of initiative is lacking in government sector. They don't have any competition, they don't have to fear about their job, so that's why the initiative level is comparatively less. Structure is rigid because it is defined by act. They have no right to change uh, the overall functioning by their own wish. If there is any change required, that has to go through the whole parliamentary process. Proper meetings would be there, proper sessions would be there, and then a act will be amended. Unfair practices, corruption, inefficiencies, as it is under government department, the board of directors usually cover up their losses using high prices and so on. It is suitable where the undertaking require monopoly power, when there are requirement of special powers defined by the act, or where the undertaking requires regular grants, regular payments from government. In those cases, the public corporation are the best form. Otherwise, there are other form also, which we'll study in the next video. Till then, take care and have a great day.